Today, I'm going to take your win rate all the way up to 87.3% with a 5-minute scalping strategy that I've used to make tens of thousands of dollars. On the hourly time frame, we want to map out extreme support and resistance zones. Then we want to trade from those zones on the 5-minute time frame. If you do this right and follow all the steps, you'll be counting cash. And to everyone in your life hating your trading game, you'll be having the last laugh. So smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and let's make some money. I've got a bunch of live trades to show you, including this scalping trade that made me a ton of money on some huge candles, all verified on my FX book and back tested at 87.3%. But before I show you any results, let's pop up the charts. All right, so here I am on the 1 hour time frame, just setting up my resistance, my support levels, but I don't do lines like this. I do zones. So I set up my support zone right down here, and I set up my resistance zone all the way up here, catching as many wicks and candles as I can without going too far down. Now, obviously, there's tons of support and resistance levels that you could be mapping up on your chart, but I'm focused on the extremes, right? We have the extreme resistance and the extreme support. Those are the best prices to buy from and to sell from, because this is where there's the most imbalance in the markets. If I take the Fibonacci and I drag it from the bottom to the top right here, everything above this 50% mark right there is the discount zone. That's when price is at a discount. That's when you want to be placing trades. We know the market is going to go down, the market is going to go up, the market is going to go down, right? 70 to 80% of the time, the market is staying within the range. So if all you're doing is trying to get the breakout every single time, you're going to be losing more trades than you're winning. Let's bring up the steps to the strategy on my chart right now. Step number 1, price is at our support or resistance level, and you could see right here, price is at that resistance level, so we're ready to look for a trade opportunity. The next step is we're coming to our M5 time frame because we're scalping. We're on that lower time frame trying to find a good entry. So step 3 is entry conditions. This could be supply and demand, more support and resistance, different patterns, trend lines. You have a multitude of options here. You could see right here, I used a trend line just like this right here. Let me pull that up just a little bit. This trend line gave me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 touches. Price broke through the trend line, came back, retested the trend line. That's where I entered my sell trade. We also have a quadruple top pattern right here, which is a pattern telling us that the price is going down. So my third step is met. I have my entry conditions and I'm into my live trade. You could see we're already at $400, $500, $1,000 right there as price is pushing down. Now, step 4, I'm monitoring reactions to minor support. You could see we have a clear minor support level right there. So that's the first level that I'm really going to be watching. You could also have been watching this level right there, but you could see we broke through that level, candle closed, we retested that level, and we're looking really, really good. You could see at the top here, I have my stop loss. I have my take profit all the way down here. My belief is that if I break through this support level right here, you see we just had that candle close. We're up to about $3,000. Now, if I get that close, I feel like it's going to be pretty clean all the way down. I do have one more level of support you can see off of this level right here. So this is an area where price may struggle, but I'm not too worried about it. And at this point, once I broke through this support level, I did pull my stop loss to break even somewhere around this level right here. You could see we are rejecting off of this level right here. So this is obviously a support we have to worry about. And when you're live trading, you have to consider every single thing that you're doing. We are clearly reacting off of this level, which is fine. There's no problem with that at all. We just want to make sure at some point we're able to break through that level and have a candle close. Once I get that, I'm pretty confident that we're going to blow all the way to my take profit. And why am I so confident? Because look, we have a huge fair value gap off of this candle right here. That's unmitigated price. That price needs to get filled. So you could just expect the market to blow right to that level pretty quickly. You could see prices starting to show some really big candles once we got through that last support level, and we are getting close to our take profit. You could see the take profit level right there, and we're floating around 7,000 in profit right now. It's a beautiful, beautiful trade, and we're getting closer and closer to my take profit level. Obviously, I could have put my take profit level right in the middle of this fair value gap. I would have hit that already, but the trade was clearly pushing down aggressively. Look, you could see it's nothing but red candles almost the whole way through. So I was confident that the trade was going to come down and smash my take profit, which it's just about to do right there. We smashed the take profit. You could see there I made over 50 pips and about $8,600 on this position. Now you could see on this trade I made $8,600 on 50 pips. Obviously I'm trading a huge lot size of 15 lots. You don't have to trade that lot size. I've just been very confident in my trading lately, so I'm trading some bigger lot sizes. Now we have to get into more of these examples. I've got buy trades. I have more entry conditions, more rules. You want to follow all of these for that 87.3% win rate. Let's get into that. On this live trade, it's a little bit different, but we're still looking for our support and resistance on the H1 time frame. So you could see right here, this was a resistance level that turned into a support level. Now you would have been good selling from here, selling from here, selling from here. Very, very nice. But here you didn't really get a reaction, which is fine. So you wouldn't even really place a trade, because if a green candle fires right up like this, you're not placing. You need to see a reaction. You want to see wicks. You want to see something like this. So what happens is we have the price break through our level, retest our level, and then come back to that level, right? So now that's the level we want to buy from, right? This is now our support level, right? It was once resistance right here. Now it's support. So on the H1 time frame, I want to scalp from this level right there. So I'm going back to that M5 time frame. So step one, we get our H1 support and resistance level. Step two, we're just coming to that M5 time frame. And step three, we're looking for our entry conditions. Why are we entering this trade? Well, this is my kind of trade right here. You could see price pushes up aggressively right here. What does that create? That creates a demand zone on this candle right here. We pull this all the way over here, and you already know that this is also that support zone, right? So we're looking for a reaction to the support zone. Look, we had a reaction right here already to our demand zone and our support level. Now let me zoom in even further right here, and you can see we're getting a reaction to the demand zone. We have two wicks right here. That's exactly what I want to see. So at this point, I'm in my demand, I'm at my support, I'm ready to place my trade. At this point, what I'm really looking for is step four. I'm monitoring reactions, right? Where are my resistance levels, right? We have a level of resistance right there, and you can see we are getting a reaction to that level. But if I can get a breakthrough of that level, you could see at this point I was already at around $5,000, $6,000 in profit. We're just getting huge green candles. So at this point, I already pulled my stop loss to break even here. I'm just going to leave it right there so it doesn't cover the amount of money. And then we're just pushing up aggressively, aggressively, aggressively as we go all the way to my target. And you're seeing a lot of fair value gaps right here. You could see we have a fair value gap at this level right here. We have another fair value gap on this candle right here. And all that's signifying to us is that we're getting a lot of price momentum. You could see we are getting a little bit of resistance right here, but there's nothing stopping this demand zone. We broke through that level. We closed the candle. We tapped back into that resistance level as a support. We're testing that level again, but I was very confident in this position because the demand zone was so clear, and I smashed the take profit that quickly for over $12,000. And that's all 6 steps, right? We had step 4, we were monitoring those resistance levels. Step 5, I was moving my stop loss. And step 6, I was winning the trade. Now, when you follow these steps exactly, you can get a win rate of 87.3%. That H1 time frame is really good for support and resistance. M5 is amazing to get your entry. You could see here, I tested 126 trades. We're talking a P&L of over 7,000%. If you have any questions at all about any of this, comment. Please like the video. And I've got more trades coming up, because if you really want to get this down, you have to watch every live trade that I placed this week. All right, so by now you're already a pro. What am I doing? 1 hour time frame. I'm setting up my support level right there. That's pretty much all I had on this one. And I had a pretty strong resistance level right there with a lot of wicks. This was a bigger zone, but you can see here, price was respecting the level here, 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 here. So what is step 1? Well, step 1 is we want the price to be inside of our resistance level. Then we're going to step 2. What is step 2? M5 time frame. Step 3, we're looking for our entry conditions. So you know that this is a good one. I have my supply zone off of this candle right here. Why? Because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red candles in a row. I only need 4 big red candles in a row to get a good supply zone. All right, so at this point, we have the wicks. Our entry conditions are looking good. And I'm moving to step 4, which is I'm always looking at these little levels of support right here. I want to break break through these levels. These are minor support levels. You could see this was support or resistance on this level over here, but we broke through it. The candle closed, so that wasn't much trouble. The next level of support I'm worried about is this level right here. I want to see price break through that level, obviously, and you'll see on this position, I don't actually have a take profit. I was just taking my stop loss, as you could see right here, and I was dragging that to break even, and I was just trailing this position the entire time. So my next level I was worried about was obviously this level of support right here, and I was just constantly waiting for price to get to that level. So let's just increase the size of this, give you a little bit better view here, and you could see at this point I was already up around $6,000. I just really wanted to get a close beneath this zone, and then I was starting to think about, you know, what was the next decision I was going to make in terms of trailing. Where is it that I want to take profit on this position? Now, I had this huge push down right here. I was feeling really good about this, so I pulled my stop loss to around this level right here, something along those lines, around $8,000, $8,400, something like this. I was hoping for this trade to continue pushing down. You could see at this point I was at about $12,000, $13,000. So this was a hell of a trade. I really probably should have lowered my stop loss a bit more, but I was hoping that we could just continue to push down once we got to this level right here. But it did seem like the price was starting to rebound against me. I'm not sure what previous price was showing me at this level. If I scroll over here, you could see there really wasn't much of a support level right there, but you could see the price did push up and knock me out of this position. I still grabbed about $8,000. If I continued with this trade here, you could see I actually made a pretty good decision because we started getting some pretty big green candles here. We had some strong support levels forming, and this trade did continue to go all the way up here and would have, you know, really ruined that trade for me. So, you know, a double bottom was formed right here and price pushed up aggressively. So I was happy to get my exit at this level right here. There was nothing wrong with that. Now, if you want to scalp the way I'm scalping here, you need a good brokerage for that. So I recommend you sign up with the Fintura brokerage. The spreads are tight, the commissions are low, so you can actually trade with tight stop losses and win amazing scalping trades in whatever session you're trading in. Now, I hope this scalping video helps you get to your 87.3% win rate. If you like the new way that I'm filming, please leave a comment, like the video, subscribe to the channel, consider joining my VIP trading room. My best analyst is back after 2 years. We did 4.7% just yesterday in the VIP room, so consider joining there. Definitely watch this video next, or definitely watch that video next. I'll be back next week. Much love.